Jamie Lee Curtis did two things that her legendary parents Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh couldn't: win an Oscar and only get married once. Jamie Lee Curtis told 60 Minutes that she comes from an immediate family of 12 marriages and joked that she's still married to her first husband. And although in the interview she said that her father was only married 5 times, he was actually married 6 times. In all fairness to Jamie, I'd forget a marriage too if my father married 5 times after divorcing my mother. This video will be broken up into 2 parts, starting with our revisit of the 4 marriages of Janet Leigh. Now, I couldn't find a photo of her first husband, but Janet Leigh was married for the first time in 1942 to John Kenneth Carlisle, but she was still in high school at the time, and a few months after they got married, their marriage was annulled. Janet would get married for the second time in 1945 to Stanley Reams, but they would unfortunately divorce in 1949. Which brings us to Janet's third and most famous marriage to Tony Curtis. They would meet in 1950, elope in Vegas in 1951, have 2 children together, one being the Oscar-winning actress Jamie Lee Curtis, but they would unfortunately divorce in 1962. Tony filed after falling in love with someone else. And a day after their divorce was finalized, Janet would marry her 4th and final husband, Robert Brandt, and they would be together until she passed away in 2004. Part 2 is coming.